Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about Poppy's latest album, Negative Spaces. Poppy is an individual that I didn't really know too much about. I remember back in like 2017, my brother listened and watched Poppy on YouTube and I was like, what a freaking weirdo. Who is this person? And that's about it for many years. And then throughout time, my brother was like, oh yeah, Poppy is now going to be writing music, metal songs. And I'm like, what the heck? And I listened to it here and there. I'm like, yeah, that's all right. It's not really my cup of tea, but she sounds good. And then I moved on to 2024 and I'm sitting there driving on the road and I hear this banger of a song and I'm like, who is this? I gotta check this out. And of course I look down on my phone while I'm driving. Don't judge me, but I look down and see that it's Poppy and I'm like, what? Oh my God. I cannot believe Poppy did this. I was just like, holy hell, she is writing really good music. And of course, that is the latest song from their album, New Way Out. New Way Out is such an amazing song. So when I heard that single and listened to it like 500 times and learned how to play it on guitar, I was like, man, I'm pretty excited for this album and pretty happy with the album overall. It's not a bad album. This album came out November 15th of 2024. This came out the same day as Linkin Park's From Zero. This album kicks ass. Now, I will say it's not like the best thing in the world, but I'll go over that here in a little bit. This album was really good. I really appreciated it. And we're going to go ahead and talk about that right now. Before I get into the basics of this, I did a bunch of research on Poppy, like her background of everything that's been going on. And I'm just really happy to see this person move forward from kind of the shitty past that she had back in the day. You know, she grew up in the MySpace days and early Facebook days, and she was just a normal person. And then someone comes and kind of turns her into this robotic, strange person, which, you know, that's why she's so famous and popular now. So, you know, you gotta be thankful for some of the bad things that's happened. But she did have kind of a bad past and she has moved forward. I hope that she is happy now. And I hope that she continues to make music like this because she is doing a fantastic job. This album wasn't perfect. I had a couple songs that I wasn't too happy with, but then there were some songs that I thought I wasn't gonna like, and then the chorus hit and I'm like, oh damn, this song is also a banger and it is going hard. Like Nick Nocturnal said, she is popping off. And I totally agree with that. She is definitely popping off in this album. But from the very beginning, what I can say about this album, and my wife says it too, is this sounds like if Britney Spears were to make a metalcore album. And as soon as you hear the first track, Have You Had Enough, you'll hear her vocals and you'll be like, that gives me some Britney Spears vibes. And that's, you know, I don't really listen to Britney Spears, but that's exactly the type of vibe that I got from it. Not that that's bad, because it's actually fantastic. I loved her vocals in this album. And then you hear just the instrumentation, the instrumentals of each of these. I don't know how to explain the instruments of this. I'm just saying a bunch of random bullshit with the word instruments, but you hear the instruments of this album, and it is very well produced. This album was produced by one of the old members from Bring Me the Horizon, that is Jordan Fish. And if you're familiar with Bring Me the Horizon, you'll listen to this and you'll be like, oh yeah, this sounds good. This is amazing. This is what I like to hear. But the problem with that is it gives it a little bit of a generic feel. It doesn't feel really original. Some tracks feel amazing and very well produced, and then some of them feel like they're just kind of riding the wave of what other bands have done. You know, she did a song with Knocked Loose. There's a song in here that kind of feels that same vibe, if you know what I'm saying. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is kind of a criticism. It's not something new. It's something that we've heard many times before, and I don't know if that just has to do with Jordan Fish producing this. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not behind the scenes working on this album. It's not a bad thing though. I'm not trying to say that, because some of these songs are absolutely amazing. Have You Had Enough? I love that song. Negative Spaces, absolutely love that song. That one and New Way Out are actually my favorite songs on the album. And I really enjoyed Halo at the very end. That one gave me a very Linkin Park vibe, which, you know, if you listen to Bring Me the Horizon, they are very cut from the same cloth, if you get what I'm saying. So I really liked that. I loved how electronic hip hoppy that song sounded, but the Halo, or the chorus of Halo, was absolutely beautiful. I loved that. Negative Spaces, the chorus was awesome, and New Way Out is definitely going to be a favorite song from this year. I listened to it so much, learned it on guitar, play it on guitar all the time. It's a fantastic song. But then there were some songs in this album that I wasn't really vibing with, and one of those songs are Crystallized. I was just not a fan of how poppy that excuse me for that, how poppy that song sounded. It wasn't exactly like poppy in the sense of just like normal pop songs. It sounded like kind of like how you listen to like that song Boom Boom Boom, I Want You in My Room, that weird just early 2000s like pure electronic dancey techno type feel, and I just wasn't really a fan of that. Now there was a couple songs, I think it was Push Go, where I was like, I'm kind of not vibing with this either, but then the chorus hit and I was like, never mind, scratch that, forget everything I said, this song rocks. So this album was kind of all over the place with that. You can listen to it and you'll be like, this is a metalcore album. This is, you know what you're getting with this. It's a little bit generic, but also some of the lyrics given from Poppy's background, I can kind of feel and understand where she is coming from with that. So lyrically, I think I can appreciate it more. Instrumental wise, other than the songs that I love, just feels a little bit generic, but it's not, here to repeat myself again, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just not, I would rather listen to Bring Me the Horizon based off their instruments or something like that. This album, if I had to grade this album, I would give it a B+, maybe a B. It's not the best album, but it is definitely my favorite album she's done. I'd kind of like to see her experiment the way she did VAN, Violence Against Nature. That song sounded so cyberpunky and weird to the point where it just makes me feel a certain way where I just listen to it. It's haunting and just badass. I'd like her to kind of explore that route a little bit. I do appreciate this album, but I think Violence Against Nature, other than New Way Out, is her best song. So maybe she'll explore that route again. We'll have to see. This album was good though. I definitely think you should check it out and tell me what you guys think. What's your all's favorite song on the album? Are there any songs in her other past catalogs that I should check out that feel like this? Because I know some of them are very different. Just let me know. Let me know what you think of Poppy in general. Do you think she's a good artist? Do you think she is building credibility for making this type of music? Because there in the past, I did say, oh, she's just kind of like stand out and be different on purpose. But I genuinely think after listening to this and seeing her live shows, she genuinely likes this style of music. And I think she does it well. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, take it easy, bubs.